Hi guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Mercy. This is where you get all the insights on forex trading, online writing and cryptocurrency. Najua leo mlikuwa mmengoja kuona CEO, but he's coming. We save the best for last, sindio? So today we are going to be joined by the online writing trainer at Brainswithconcepts. I'm going to give him this chance to introduce himself and tell us what he does.
So, hi guys, my name is Barry Kimani. I'm the trainer here, focused on writing basically on that department. And I'm very happy to be here today with you, Mercy. Very happy.
We appreciate you taking your time and agreeing to have this discussion with us.
Yeah.
So could you tell us what inspired you to start doing online writing, and when did you start doing online writing?
Well, I've always been a geek. I've always been a geek for writing. I've always been interested, drawn to writing. Back in high school, I used to do this small writing. It was like kind of unatengeneza. How do we call it? Like a diary of some sorts. So anything that happens to my classmates, we put it down on paper. You get to spread it around the class. So when people are sleeping or people are bored, that's the book to read, you know. There are no libraries back then. So ever since then, I've always been drawn to writing. And somehow I was lucky enough to meet with the CEO. We actually met on Facebook. And he showed me how I could monetize my writing. Yeah, and ever since then, yeah. Right now, here we are.
The rest, they say, is history.
The rest is history.
So what kind of online writing did we know? There are various types. There's article writing, there's SEO and all that. So what kind of writing are you specialized in?
Okay, for the longest I've been doing like online writing, academic for the longest, because that was what people used to. I didn't really know about article writing back then. People used to push for academic, things like that. So for the longest I've been doing academic writing. I still do it partly. But what I'm really interested in, what I'm really invested in, it is SEO article writing. Because I see like there's a lot of potential in that field, and not a lot of people in Kenya know about it.
Yeah, true.
Not a lot of people in Kenya are like practicing it. They get to understand how they can monetize it and make the most of it. It's why like even today, a lot of the students that I usually talk to, I usually tell them, okay, having accounts, doing academic writing, it's okay, it's cool, it's fun, but you really are just you're not getting your full potential, because you're leaving out one thing, a whole industry that could make you even a millionaire. It's just a whole different world. And I'm interested in article writing because of it. SEO, SEM, these are things that we use even when we don't know we are using them. Yeah.
True. Most of the times when someone does something for a long time, they tend to get bored. They are no longer interested. So how have you stayed motivated to still do online writing for this long period of time?
Money. Money is good. Money is always good. But it's for me, it's not really about the money. I'm passionate about writing. I like expressing myself through writing. Because every single time that a person like just writes or puts himself or herself out there, you're exposing a part of your soul. So it goes deep. It really goes deep for me. I can never really say that I'm bored or I feel like I don't want to write. It's a part of me. It's a part of who I am. Yeah.
So how do you handle your research and fact checking? How do you go about it? How can someone, if I want to start doing online writing, how do I do my research?
Okay, like research for where to do it, get money.
Research for, I'm an online writer. I have an article that I need to write. So where do I research the content to write on my article?
You know, what's funny is that we actually teach that in our course. Do you know that? We actually do that in our course. So guys, if you get the chance, if you really get the time, come over to Spamol. We'll hook you up with just a piece of that course so that you can see what we do. But for me, particularly for me, I always do this. I have to understand, Kwanza, how big of an article or maybe an academic paper I'm writing. If it's, for example, 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages, that one will have to sit down, create an outline, understand what I'm going to write and how I'm going and what direction I'm going to go in. But then for these small papers, it's usually as easy as, let me research, let me just go to Google, see what people are saying on that topic, understand where my opinion is on that topic, and then get a few facts, both good, both bad. And then when you're writing the paper, think about both good and both bad and try to mix it together. Because after all, I told you, writing is like expressing something.
Yeah.
So you have to consider every single opinion that is out there. So whenever you research, just take a look at what others are saying. Take a look at what exists. Don't focus on blogs alone. Use, for example, regardless of whether you're doing article or academic, look at scientific papers and what they have to say about that topic. And then start from there, build it. You'll get it done. That's how you do it.
Oh, interesting. So most people right now are wondering, there's the rise of chat GPT. So most people they can just write and chat GPT writes for you whatever you want. So people are wondering, has chat GPT affected the jobs of online writing?
Yeah, to some extent it has. But then the good thing is that we are seeing it from the educational institutions trying to fight against it. Because right now you can't just write a paper using ChatGPT and give it to your lecturer. It wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's basically you just get a failure on that. Okay? So the fact that at least these institutions are fighting against students using ChatGPT and everything else, I can't say like the industry is as good as it was back like 5 years ago. Of course, it has affected to some extent. But if you know how to put yourself outside there, if you know that you can give out quality material, if you really know that you can exceed what others are giving out, it still works. I told you I'm still doing academic writing, and it's still working for me in the presence of all these AIs. So it's about how good you are and how you put yourself outside there.
Okay. What advice can you give to someone, maybe someone who's clearing campus or just any other person who is interested in starting online writing?
I think the best advice anybody can ever give you is, if you have a computer, use it. It doesn't have to be online writing. Sorry, I'm not just talking this, but it's kind of weird to see people like going for 4 years to go and study something like graphic design. You can literally just sit down, use YouTube, teach yourself.
Yeah.
Same thing online writing. Yeah, we have the rules. We understand the rules. We have been in this industry for the longest. We can teach you. But what happens if you don't have that capital, like that money, to come for a course like this? Go that extra step. Teach yourself. Like, there's a lot of money outside here. There's a lot of money. The only limitation it is how good you get to put yourself outside there, the skills that you have gained so far. And yeah.
Okay. You have heard it from the best online trainer at Brainswithconcepts. They offer online writing training that only goes for 5,000 Kenyan shillings. You get to study for approximately 1 week with a lifetime mentorship. So make sure you go and visit their offices at Spa Mall, second floor, S47. And then next week, I promise you, Rondi Star Danganya will have the CEO here on this hot seat, and he's going to explain to us how he got to start Brainswithconcepts, the idea behind it, and any other question that you have for our CEO, you can write it on the comment section, and he's definitely going to answer all your questions. Until next week, bye-bye.